Hello everyone, I am Dr. Raghu Satyanarayan, consultant physician practicing at Ahmedabad for the past 32 years. Today I am going to deliver a talk on understanding hypertension. Hypertension is defined as blood pressures above 140 by 90. Normal blood pressures are below 120 by 80. Anything above 140 by 90 is called as hypertension. There are various types of hypertension, primary and secondary. Primary or essential hypertension is common among the general public, which is in majority of the patients. Secondary hypertension, where there is a cause for blood pressures like renal causes, endocrine causes, or some drugs causing hypertension. Blood pressures are also of three types: mild, moderate and severe, or blood pressure between 120 to 140 is called as pre-hypertension, and diastolic between 80 and 90 is called as pre-hypertension. Blood pressures between 140 to 160 is called as stage 1 hypertension, and diastolic between 90 to 100 is also called as stage 1 hypertension. Stage 2 hypertension is anything above 160 by 100. There are various risk factors for blood pressure or hypertension: age, family history, salt intake, fast food intake, and stress. Age is one of the very important non-modifiable risk factors for hypertension. 20% of the general population at the age of 20 years have got hypertension. 50% of the population at the age of 50 years are hypertensive. 80% of the population at the age of 80 years is hypertensive. So as your age advances, you are likely to be hypertensive. Family history: if one of your parents are hypertensive, there are 50% chances that you are likely to be hypertensive. And if both of your parents are hypertensive, you are likely to get hypertension by 100%. Excess salt intake also contributes to hypertension. Fast food intake, saturated fats, lack of exercise, they can cause obesity. And obesity in turn causes obstructive sleep apnea. Obstructive sleep apnea is one of the very important causes contributing to hypertension in these times. Stress is also one of the major factors which causes hypertension. Hypertension basically is a silent killer, and hypertension in 90% of the patients don't have any symptoms at all. It is only the 5 to 10% of the patients who have symptoms in the form of headaches, blurring of vision, and dizziness. Hypertension can be controlled by modifying these risk factors. And what are the ways? It can be regular exercise, healthy diet, quitting smoking and limiting alcohol intake, regular monitoring of your blood pressures, and controlling stress and adherence to medication. I'll take one by one. Regular exercise: 3 kilometers per day in 30 minutes for 5 days in a week is good enough. Or if you are obese and overweight, you should be doing 6 kilometers per day in 60 minutes every day for lowering your body weight. Aerobic exercises are recommended for everyone. It can be in the form of walking, jogging, or swimming. Please don't resort to muscle strengthening exercises once you are diagnosed hypertension. It can increase your blood pressures and cause complications. So once your blood pressures are under control, you can resort to strengthening exercises. Dietary modifications: what need to be done when you are diagnosed hypertension? There is a DASH diet available. Dietary approaches to stop hypertension are also called as Mediterranean diet. In Mediterranean diet, the recommendations are to eat whole grains, lots of fruits and vegetables, and low-fat dairy products. Fruits and vegetables have got lots of potassium and they help in lowering blood pressure. Low-fat dairy products have got calcium, and calcium also helps lowering your blood pressure. You should also be thinking about salt intake. Once you are diagnosed hypertension, you need not go for a salt-free diet. You can be on a salt-restricted diet. And salt-restricted diet means you no need to add extra salt on table, and don't take papad or pickles. there are some confusion among which salt to take, whether Himalayan pink salt is safer and you can indulge in as much as you want. Himalayan pink salt contains the same amount of sodium as the regular salt. However, it contains lots of minerals. There is a Tata Light salt available in the market which contains 15% less sodium than the regular salt. And the amount of salt which needs to be taken is 1 teaspoonful of salt per person per day is recommended. Limiting alcohol intake and quitting smoking. Tobacco in any form is dangerous for your heart. Tobacco, whether you use snuff, use a paste or chew tobacco, smoke cigarettes, BDs or hookah, they can be dangerous for your heart. It can cause sudden deaths. So please stop smoking or chewing tobacco if you are doing so. Limiting the alcohol intake is also very important, as too much of consumption of alcohol can cause hypertension. Stress is also very important contributor to your hypertension. Learn to relax, stay calm, learn ways to modify response and reactions to stress. If you do meditation, relaxation, breathing techniques, prayers, they go a long way in controlling hypertension. However, if you do all these things, you should be taking medicines also if you are hypertensive. This cannot be a substitute for medicines. So please continue medicines and do all these relaxation techniques and meditation and prayers. Like exercise is for the body, prayer is for the soul. So please do relaxation techniques which will help a long way in overcoming stress. Regular BP monitoring is also very important. Please keep checking your BP once a week at home, or get yourself checked with your family doctor once in a year. And if it is high, more than 140/90, please start medication. Adherence to medication. Please take medicines regularly. Antihypertensive medicines are very safe and they can be taken on an empty stomach. I recommend all patients to take antihypertensive medicines in the early morning after brushing their teeth, so that they don't skip brushing their teeth and they don't skip antihypertensive medicines also. Antihypertensive medicines taken regularly and religiously will keep your BP under excellent control and prevent you from the dangerous, disastrous complications like stroke, congestive heart failure, renal failures and heart attacks. So please be a good patient and take the medicines regularly and religiously. Bottom line is, once you are diagnosed hypertension, don't be in the denial mode, accept the diagnosis and start treatment. And be a good patient and take the medicines regularly and religiously. And once your blood pressures are under good control, don't meddle with the doses of antihypertensive drugs. It can cause fluctuations in the hypertension and make you at a higher risk of developing a stroke. Thank you for your kind attention. Stay healthy, stay safe.